Hey, Darnell, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Awesome, man.
That's question one.
Um,
Just joking.
sorry, just
That's
awesome, just awesome. So it's a big night, right? It's hockey night in Canada. Connor McDavid, he needs 4 points to get to 100. We've seen him get four before. I guess your thoughts on sort of the magnitude, like us out here on this side of the camera, we're making a pretty big deal out of 100 points in 56 games. What would it be like for the rest of the Oilers to watch their teammate pull that off tonight?
yeah. I mean, obviously, even the fact that we're having this conversation about a guy maybe having the opportunity to get 100 points in solo games, I think it's incredible that we're even at this point. So it's been a lot of fun to watch as a teammate of his. It's been obviously very special, but I mean, it just goes to show the work that he puts in each and every year. He comes in and seems to be a completely different animal, and then just adds on top of the game that he's already developed. So it's awesome to see that he's at this point, and I know he's definitely capable of it.
He has the all the great players have that sort of feeling for the moment, right? The cameras are bright tonight. It's a game across the country. He says he's not thinking about it at all. What do you think he is?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's with the spotlight that's on him all the time. I think he's pretty good at just putting that to the side and going out and performing and worrying about the game, worrying about each play as it is and shift by shift. I think that's what players like that. The best players in any sport, they just have the ability to put all that side noise to the side and play and perform and just worry about the game and the task at hand. So I think if he says it like that, I'm pretty sure that's how he approaches it too.
Reed Wilkins, 630 Chad.
Hi, Darnell. I know that you're an extremely competitive individual, but I would also say the same thing about Mike Smith, and he's been in the league longer than you have. What have you learned from Mike Smith over the last couple of years about competition, managing emotion, drive, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing about Smitty is he comes in every day, and whether it's practice, game, workout, like he wants to perform. He wants to perform at the highest level, and if there's any type of score being kept, I think he might be one of those few individuals that's keeping score, no matter what's going on, even if there's not a clock to show it. So, Smitty he's really brought out the drive within our group, the drive within our team. I think whenever you have the opportunity to play alongside someone who's played in the league at the level that he's played at for the amount of time he's played, it pulls out the best, not only in you as an individual, but also as a team. So yeah, his competitive attitude and then the way he brings it each and every day, I think it's infectious within our room. It's infectious. Within the culture of our team, and we've been really fortunate to have him and have him really lead the way in a lot of departments, for the last couple of years.
With the play with McEwen that he got suspended for, I got to admit I didn't really catch it till later when it started being talked about for a suspension. I know you were kind of down on the ice. Like, were you blatantly aware right away, like that was a knee coming at me? Because he was kind of an angle behind you too. I'm just wondering how that played out for you.
Yeah, no, like at the time I got high stick and I was bleeding, so I wasn't. I mean, high stick is a high stick. It happens a thousand times in a year. But yeah, I was definitely aware when I got knee in the head, and I didn't really see it coming. So, like I'm not gonna sit up here on my high horse like I've never done anything dirty in my career, and it happened, and for me, you just leave that on Thursday night and move on. Obviously, you always have a long memory, but yeah, those things happen in the heat of the moment, heat of the battle, and yeah, it's you move on from it.
Jim Matheson, Post Media.
Darnell, late in the season was when you wanted to fight McEwen. Was there ever a thought, the playoffs are coming, I don't want to fight in case something happens to my hand?
At the moment, I don't know. It's been a while since my like emotions and whatnot have gotten that high. So, At that moment, no, you don't think too much of it. But looking at it now, there's so many bigger and more important things to worry about coming up here in the next week or so. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to one. Just as a team, we need to get our game back on track and play well tonight, play hard, and then carry the momentum we can into the playoffs because that's the most important thing right now.
Have the Oilers players been vaccinated yet? Have you been vaccinated?
I think some have. Yeah, it's coming. Hopefully everyone can get vaccinated soon. So I know there's some things coming out in the States where teams will have a little more freedom, and obviously, that's something that we hope up here can come soon.
Thank you.
Rob Duchkowski, Post Media.
I don't know. All season long, you guys have been playing teams in 2, 3, sometimes even in 4-game stretches. Is there value in that in preparing a team for the way it's going to be in the playoffs when you're looking at 4, 5, 6 games in a row against the same team?
Yeah, I think when you play those little series, you make adjustments throughout the series, and a lot of that carries over to playing, in the playoffs and having to make adjustments on a game-to-game basis, even shift-to-shift basis. But those are definitely aspects of the game that are valuable when you get into later in the season and into the postseason. So yeah, it's those are things that we can take from this year and what we did well, how we adjusted to certain game plans and how the game was being played, and tie that into the postseason as well.
There's an interesting balance for you guys going down the stretch because, as you said, you don't want to limp in, you want to be gaining momentum, but at the same time, human nature sets in and you realize the games don't mean a whole lot and you want to stay healthy. How do you strike that perfect balance between, not spending everything you have on a meaningless stretch game, but at the same time picking up speed somehow heading into the playoffs?
Yeah, I don't know the holding back thing. I don't know if I have that one in me. Every time you go out there and play, you want to win, and you're not going to win in this league no matter what time of the year it is, no matter what position the team is in, whether in the playoffs or other. You're not going to win in this league if you show up and don't give your all. So that's I think as a player, every time you put on your uniform and every time you go out there and play on the ice, it's non-negotiable. You got to go out there with the mentality to win.
Ryan Rishaug, TSN.
Hey, Darnell, when we asked Connor about this 100 points, he sort of shrugs it off like it's not something that's going to be too big a deal for him. I just wonder if you're noticing in his focus this year what sort of tone he's setting for the group. Obviously not happy with the way things went last year, and he seems pretty singularly focused. Is that what you guys get from him too?
Yeah, I mean he's coming. He wants to win. That's and that emotion and that drive, it's infectious. There's another thing that's infectious in the group, and something that when your leader just comes in with that mindset that winning is the only thing that we care about, and guy to guy, I think everyone can tell you the same thing. That's the approach that we've had all year. That's the approach that is going to continue throughout the games upcoming. So yeah, he's come in driven and hungry, not so much for personal success, but more for success of the team and making this a memorable year. And I think with that drive, obviously his personal stats and the personal success came just because he was focusing on what we could do to be better as a team and what we could do to win. And it's been great. Our group has really bought into that as well.